Way up to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Yo, what's good? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Happy Tuesday. You know what is happening today? I'm actually, for Way Up with Angela Yee, we're winning a Gracie Award today. So I'm heading out to LA after this to go ahead and collect our award for the show for the team. Shout out to the team, everybody. I feel so good about this. It's only year 2 of our show, and I think that this is our second Gracie. We got the other one right here. We always have this in here just as a reminder because it's a team effort, guys. But when we come back, we're going to shine a light. And I do want to shine a light on an institution that's personal to me as a person who loves to read, who loves research. And of course, you get to shine a light too. This is your show. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you want to spread some love to. It's Way Up.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time to shine a light. 800-292-5150. And today I want to shine a light on the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture. They're celebrating their 100th anniversary this year. It's in Harlem. It's part of the New York Public Library. Fun fact, I actually did my book club there at a certain point with Devon Franklin as a special guest. But it is such an amazing institution. It's dedicated to preserving and studying Black history and culture. So literally every book, every magazine is archived. They're having a year-long celebration. They have a new exhibition that just opened. It's one of the largest they've ever had. It's free, like everything at the library. So you see materials from Fab Five Freddy's collection, documenting hip-hop's earliest days, even handwritten pages from James Baldwin, Maya Angelou, Lorraine Hansberry, first editions from the Harlem Renaissance legends themselves, which is amazing. There's also a summer festival June 14th, book giveaways, new programs. They even have a limited edition New York Public Library card. I love my card. All right, so shine a light on the Schomburg Center in Harlem. Shout out to them. Now, who do you want to shine a light on? Joey, who do you want to shine a light on?
I would like to shine a light on my wonderful wife, Miss Jasmine. She just recently turned 38.
Okay.
And just recently graduated from an RN to an LPN.
Whoop, whoop. I love it.
Yeah. And I just want to shine a light on her, man. She's just so amazing. I just want to let her know that I love her and keep pushing, baby.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. Shout out Miss Jasmine. That was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you can still leave a message and shine a light that way. And when we come back, we have your Yee Tea, and we want to talk about Cenat. His Streamer University is all the talk amongst all of the content creators. And one TikToker, Zoe Spencer, was not picked for Streamer University, and he actually attempts to explain why. And we flash back to the incident that he's talking about. We want to definitely see what you think. It's Way Up.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee Tea. Way up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time for your Yee Tea. Well, Cenat has this whole Streamer University that he's doing, and one person was upset that they weren't picked, Zoe Spencer. Here is her reaction online, and she said it felt personal.
It's not about not getting in. It feels so personal. It's different when it's like, it's like handpicked, and it's just so spiteful.
Well, recently Cenat streamed and talked about why he did not pick her for the program. He was a little bit vague. Here's what he said.
September 24th, Drewski show. I never got to tell you how that made me feel. I dead ass for the first time, and my bad I didn't get to talk about it with you, but felt embarrassed.
Well, of course, the internet never forgets, and the incident that he's referring to, people believe that this right here is what went down.
I just don't like the fact that your man's is spilling on you, bro. You didn't even pull up with nothing. You a bum ass.
Hey, don't talk about dog.
You
Literally just got here.
come on.
Whoa.
Who you? Nigga.
Bro, he's crazy, bro.
Did you call me?
I apologize.
I'm embarrassed you. You calling me a
All right. Well, I see people in the comments. People are like, yes, it's definitely personal, but it's also his event. And they also are like, well, she can, do something else. She didn't have to get picked for this. It was just a little bit crazy. I feel like maybe the two of them just don't mix. And maybe at some point the two of them can come together and have some type of understanding. But I definitely see both sides of this. All right, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. And you guys know I'm always trying to stay up on what's going on with the latest TV shows. Well, the one that we're watching right now gives us great pleasure to talk about. Me and my associate producer, Navy, have been watching this show and binge watching it, by the way, on Netflix. We'll tell you what it is. It's Way Up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for About Last Night. So I'm here with my guy Navy, who's, you know him as the associate producer for Way Up with Angela Yee. Congratulations on your Gracie.
Thank you so much. I love when you call me that.
But we both have been watching on Netflix forever. This is a Judy Blume novel. That's what this show is based on.
Right.
It's based in Los Angeles, and it's also created by Mara Brock Akil. You know her from doing Girlfriends. And so basically the two main characters, Keisha and Justin, they're in high school. They knew each other. They grew up together. I guess they kind of like lost touch.
Yeah, they went to kindergarten and then,
Yeah.
separate ways, find each other again in high school.
And he's a little awkward, and she has her own issues. Now, her issue, and this is not a spoiler, apparently a guy that she had dated, a tape of her performing oral,
Right.
had gotten out and circulated around the school. So, people talk and they call you all kinds of names when you're a young woman. He didn't have no issues. It was really people going in on her, which is unfortunate, but that is what happens, right? The woman is the one that gets judged while the man is like, yo, bro, that's dope. You got that off. Mm-hmm. And so, when they reconnect, that's something that I feel like it's traumatizing, especially when you're in high school and your reputation is marred. It really caused her to have to leave her school, go to another school. It caused her a lot of shame.
Yeah, it was a huge domino effect that affected her mom, and everyone around her. It was pretty terrible.
But it just makes you think, even when you're young, you don't make the best decisions. I've heard people like my friend Keys, who does my makeup. She was talking about the issues that came up on this series and made her think about her kids, because her kids are teenagers. And it made her be like, oh my God, a lot of this reminds me of what it's like raising my teenage kids.
Yeah, it put me right back to high school, and even my sisters who are graduating high school right now. I'm just thinking to myself, like, dang, all these things I probably don't know.
Yeah. Why would you?
I don't want to know, honestly.
And it's that age when you're super secretive, sneaking people in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, did that.
Regents Week.
All right. My parents listen, so I never did that. Psych. All right. Well, anyway, that is About Last Night. If y'all haven't seen Forever. And I also want to point out, Regina King's one of the executive producers on the show, too. You see her name also pop up. So all people that we absolutely love. I think I read every single Judy Blume book when I was growing up, and Beverly Cleary. Talking about high school and thinking about those things as we're trying to get ready for college. That's what that show Forever is about. Let's talk about this article that was in Fortune, the 10 worst paying college majors. And when you go to college, you're thinking about what to major in. You're also thinking about, what can I use this degree for? We'll tell you what the 10 worst paying college majors are. It's Way Up.
Yeah, let's go.
Turn me up. Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? Is Way Up with Angela Yee. And, we just talked about the show Forever that's on Netflix. Well, now let's talk about college degrees, because on that show, 2 high school students getting ready for college. And then I saw this article in Fortune, Back to Reality. It says some degrees are really a waste of time and money. These are the 10 worst paying college majors. Now, my producer Dan and Navy, who are in the room, what did you guys major in college?
Communications.
What about you, Navy?
Same exact thing.
Oh, well, don't do that, guys. No, I'm kidding.
It got us here.
That's on the list, number 1 of the worst paying.
I believe it.
No, it's definitely not. It's not on the list. The number 1 thing on the list is foreign language. They said the worst paying degrees for early career earnings. I don't mean later on, it won't lead to more, at an average of $40,000, followed by general social sciences, then performing arts, anthropology, early childhood education, family and consumer sciences, general education, miscellaneous biological science, social services, theology, and religion. Those are the top 10 worst paying degrees. I hate the fact that early childhood education are on this list, because those are some of the most important jobs a person can have. Yep. And I also want to say that if you're super passionate about something, that doesn't mean that you can't do it. Just know that you're going to have to be creative when it comes to getting that bag. Or knowing that maybe just as you're starting out, because these are early career earnings, you might start out really low and have to work your way up.
Your major wasn't on there, right?
English.
Yeah. It wasn't on that list, though, right?
No, it's not on the list. I was an English major, but people told me that it's a bad major. I thought I might be a teacher, and that's why I did it. People were like, what are you going to do with an English degree? But it worked out. And I want to say a lot of people also don't end up doing whatever they majored in college.
Also true.
As well. So I just want to point that out too. But anyway, make sure you guys check out that full article. Again, that is from Fortune about what are the top 10 worst paying college majors. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. Let's talk about The Weeknd. That is Dan's favorite artist. Well, he has another movie out, and Hurry Up Tomorrow will tell you how that did. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yee tea. So The Weeknd, Hurry Up Tomorrow. Dan, did you see this movie?
I did not.
Dan, my producer, is also a huge fan of The Weeknd.
That I am.
Yes, you are. Did you like his show that he had on Netflix? Was it on? No, what was it on?
I forgot what it was.
It was
bad.
on HBO Max? Yeah.
It was bad.
It was The Idol, right? Was it called Idol or something? Whew. Ouch.
Painful.
Well, Hurry Up Tomorrow bombed as well. It made $3.3 million. Now, something that I want to see, Final Destination Bloodlines, that made $51 million. Just to kind of pit those two against each other. So, yes, Hurry Up Tomorrow. It got a 6th place spot at the box office. I don't know what it is, but for some reason it doesn't connect with him doing like TV and movies and things like that. It got a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ouch.
As well.
Ouch. The album's incredible, though, and I will be at the show.
All right. Well, yeah, look, maybe that just means some things just, aren't it. And Deion Sanders, he has his docuseries coming to Netflix primetime. It's going to be an in-depth look at 3 acts of his life, being a 2-sport star in football and baseball, becoming a fixture in media as an NFL commentator and a reality show phenom. He introduced the world to his children on his reality show. And then now being a head coach in Colorado, where he led the team to a 9-4 record in 2024 after they had just 1 win prior to him getting the job. You want to see that?
Absolutely.
I'll definitely watch that. He's got a great personality to watch on television.
They don't call him prime time for nothing.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but you need to know about them. And let's talk about Donald Trump. He wants to investigate Beyonce, Bruce Springsteen, Bono, and Oprah Winfrey. We'll tell you why. It's way up.
The news. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Under the Radar. And now Donald Trump posted on Truth Social yesterday that he wants to investigate some superstars. He said, how much did Kamala Harris pay Bruce Springsteen for his poor performance during her campaign for president? Why did he accept that money if he's such a fan of hers? Isn't that a major and illegal campaign contribution? What about Beyonce, and how much went to Oprah and Bono? I'm going to call for a major investigation into this matter. He said candidates aren't allowed to pay for endorsements, which is what Kamala did. Hello, Donald Trump. Didn't you do the same thing? We know about all of the people that you paid to actually also come and do your campaign appearances. And by the way, a lot of artists will say, just because I went and performed, that doesn't mean it's an endorsement. Some people are endorsing, some people are performing, but I think he did the same exact thing. So I don't understand what the issue is. Speaking of investigating, the WNBA is investigating reports of racial slurs that were directed toward Angel Reese during the Chicago Sky's loss to the Indiana Fever on Saturday. The league said the WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. So we don't know when the alleged incident happened in Saturday's game, but the Fever did release a statement saying they are aware of the allegations of inappropriate fan conduct, and they said they are working closely with the WNBA to complete their investigation. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. And we do have the Way Up mix for you at the top of the hour. Plus, when we come back, we got some more Yeetie, we got Ask Yee, and of course, you guys have the last word. It's Way Up.
Everybody listen. Yeah.
It's what y'all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and welcome Los to the show. What's up?
Chip. We're in the building. I'm super excited. I'm a little nervous a little bit too.
No, you're not. This is Yee T,
I'm
and
telling you.
I just want to talk about the fact that you got accepted to Streamer University, Cenat. So we were discussing this, and it was not an easy thing because everybody was trying. I mean, people were literally crying online about not getting in. So Los, can you just give us a little bit of your background?
So actually, I met Cenat randomly for the first time at the Met Gala Pharrell after party.
You were streaming with him.
I wasn't streaming
on his
with
stream,
him.
basically.
I was on the stream, and somehow I was on there for 30 minutes, and the chat was going crazy. W Carlos. And I was like in my own world. And he came up to me and said, "Yo, you're gonna be a superstar. Just make sure you apply for Streamer University." I went to the website and crashed. And I was like, all right, so forget it. It was nothing. I was like,
yeah, you gave up that easy?
I didn't even know how big it was. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But I didn't know how big it was. And after like 2 days, I got through. I made my video. I ended up sending them the wrong video.
Dang.
But they still they
well, you ain't even really want this.
Yo, on the internet trying to say like, yo, what you do at that party to get into this?
Ooh.
Was this all put together? You organized this?
Oh, they thought it was set up.
They thought it was set up. And I was like, yo, I never met Kai. I didn't plan on Streamer University. I wasn't aware. And I didn't
how did you even end up at that party?
You know, you meet people. You know what I'm saying? And I knew a couple PR people, and they was hitting there, so I just went with them. And she said, just keep your turtleneck on. I had a turtleneck.
Okay,
and
that's
a hoodie.
important during these Met Gala times.
Yeah, you need
gotta have on a turtleneck. Yeah,
turtleneck. And they didn't stop me from coming in, and I was in there.
That's a life-changing thing, though. Like the fact that you went to that party, got in, ended up streaming on Kai Cenat's stream. You were on his stream for 30 minutes, and now you're in Streamer University. So what happens at Streamer University?
Kai actually said it's not about streaming. That's a part of it. Not about teaching people how to stream. It's more about connecting, networking, helping each other grow. And there's professors, and they're going to teach us how to create content even outside of the streaming world.
That's great.
Yes. I have a smaller platform, but I'm excited for it.
And you're a humble, nice guy, too.
I try to be.
Don't change.
I'm not going to change.
Come back in here acting funny.
I'm not going to change. But when the cameras turn on, it's going to get real funny.
Uh-oh, it's about to turn up.
Yeah, it's
okay.
going to get real funny.
All right, well, thank you for giving us some insight. I can't wait for you to go. When do you start?
Actually, they just sent us an email yesterday, and we fly out tomorrow.
Dang.
It's only 4 days, though.
Oh,
it's
okay.
only 4 days. And I do plan on sticking it in. Pause. I do plan on, like...
You very pausy.
Yeah, I'm very pausy. But I do plan on, doing my job and doing my best. I appreciate everything and all the opportunities coming my way.
All right, perfect. All right, well, thank you so much for giving us some insight.
Yes.
And Los, where can people follow you?
Oh, yeah. So it's Los Work on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch. You can find me. All my cousins. It's Los Work, and we turning up.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And when we come back, ask Yee. 800-292-5150. Any question you have, I'm here to help you out. It's Way Up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And you know what we do every single day of the week, though? We like to hear your questions and try to help you in any way that we possibly can up here. And today we have Renee on the line. What's up, Renee?
Hi, what's up? I wanted to know what I should do with a situation where a cousin that doesn't like me blew my kid out.
Well, how old is your kid?
19.
Okay. Now, why doesn't your cousin like you?
I don't know. She just do petty stuff. I unblocked her, and I unblocked her for the sake of my mother. My cousin wants a relationship with my son all of a sudden. So they secretly booked this trip. I overheard the conversation on speakerphone about them keeping it away from me.
And what did your son say when you asked him about it?
He was just kind of like, if I told you I was going to her, you would have said no. And I'm like, you didn't need to ask me. You just need to fill me in, not keep it a secret.
So he went out and didn't even tell you that he was going out of town?
Neither one of them. When she found out that I told him I didn't want him to go, that's when she called me screaming on me like, I don't want him to have a relationship. And I'm like, you sneaky. Like, this is the first I'm hearing that you booked him a whole flight.
And I understand that, and you're the parent, and she needs to know that she can't be trying to go behind your back and minimize what your authority is with your son. But as an adult, he did make a decision, and that's the main thing. What was the reasoning and the rationale behind his decision? And I really do hope that you and your cousin can come to some type of understanding, because it feels like you're going to end up seeing her at family gatherings, right?
Well, I have no interest in seeing either one of them, so.
I just don't want you to alienate yourself from everybody because of how much you are not getting along with your cousin. And I
think it's too late for that, Angela.
It feels like you have something in your head and you're not open to hearing other things. And sometimes you kind of just have to like, all right, look, I accept what it is you're saying. I may not agree with you, but let's figure out how we can move forward. I don't want you to just say, everybody's against me, it's over, like, y'all are alienating me, I'm on this side, you guys are on that side, for the sake of the family and your relationship with your son, which is the most important thing here. You maybe need to hear what other people have to say, and maybe it's worth everybody having like a conversation to get their feelings on the table without accusing anyone of everything, just expressing how you feel, and then coming to some type.
I told her, she knows how I felt, and they just chose to do otherwise. So, they made the decision. They need to stick with it.
I just don't want this to disturb your bond. And maybe this is something you and your son work on your relationship first with each other so that you can have an understanding and be stronger with that bond that you guys have before you worry about the rest of the family.
Okay.
All right, Renee, I want to just give you a hug right now. It feels like you're going through it.
Oh, I'm good.
All right, well, good luck to you, and thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, that was Ask Yee, and in case you couldn't get through or you have a question, 800-292-5150 is the number. And when we come back, of course, you guys have the last word. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and thank y'all for tuning in today. And just remember what we had to say about the 10 worst paying jobs when you get out of college, the majors, what you're majoring in. I do think it's important to keep those things in mind. I also think it's really important for us to focus on what's happening with AI, with tech. I'm telling you, the first week of June, I'm doing these AI classes. We also have an event happening at my coffee shop, Coffee Uplifts People, which will also be streaming. And we have a coach, my girl Angelina, who also is working with Google and Gemini to kind of teach you guys how to navigate using that and give you some tips. Just something to always think about. And of course, this is your show, so use some AI and send us your last word. It's Way Up.
I want to shine a light on everybody that's a bad driver today. I just hope they get it together and we all make it home safe. Have a great day.
Hey, this is Melissa Lake. I want to shine the light on me and my husband, Eugene Lake. It'll be 20 years on the 21st tomorrow. Happy anniversary, Eugene. I love you, baby. It's us forever.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.